previously made a video about this, posted it on my Instagram, but I just really feel like posting it here on YouTube, just because I feel like I might be able to help more people. But yeah, that's just my intention with this video. I just want to be able to help as many people as I can. And as you can see, I mean, the video is basically about how you can lose 20 to 25 pounds in a time frame of 2 months. That's just based off of my experience. I'm not saying it's gonna happen for you. I'm not a trainer or a nutritionist or a professional in that area. I just did what worked for me, and I want to be able to share those tips. So I have like everything written down here, because I'm the type of person that needs to write stuff down. And yeah, because then I get distracted really easily. I lose focus, and good luck trying to like get me back to the main point. So that's why I have this. So I will be looking down. I apologize. I'm just reading off of this, but I also will have timestamps in the description box below, so that you guys can just skip through any rambling that you don't want me to go through. But the first one, I have about 4 things listed here. So let me just jump right in. So the first thing I have here, what are your intentions and why do you want to do it? This is extremely important when you're gonna start your journey of weight loss or whatever. The first thing about weight, I don't like to say that. I don't like to use that. You can use it, but I made it a habit of saying I want to lose body fat. That's what I used. I want to shed some body fat, gain some muscle, or what have you. I don't like saying I want to lose this amount of weight. I feel like that's already setting yourself up for failure. I don't want to really use it like that, but that's just my opinion. Because usually when you're on this journey, you stay so focused on trying to lose or trying to reach that weight goal that you want, that you think is best for you. But you start getting so stressed and so focused on that you don't stay focused on what's important. And the main thing is, let me reach a point where I feel good physically, mentally. And I just think that we need to be able to cut that out of our goals. Don't say like, oh, I'm trying to lose 20 pounds. You never know, you could end up actually gaining weight. Because if you think about it, when you gain muscle weighs more than fat, but you might look fantastic. So don't say I want to lose 20 pounds, I want to lose 15 pounds, no. I just said, this video is, I lost, basically 20 something pounds but within 2 to 3 months. So that's just how it happened for me. You might end up losing more or less. Everybody's body is different. So just think about that. Sit down with yourself, have a conversation, have an honest and a very serious conversation with yourself. Is, why do you want to do this? Just remember that you should never want to do something based off of other people's opinions. If you're happy the way that you live your life, how you look, and as long as you have that confidence, nothing else matters. Nobody's opinions matter. So just remember that you need to do this for the right reasons and good intentions. That was my number 1. So number 2 is diet versus exercise. So I'm gonna just say it. Look, I hate working out, and I still lost the amount of weight I did with very minimal exercise. But in my opinion and personal experience, I think diet trumps exercise. Diet is about, in my opinion, some people say it's like 60-40, sis, boo, bro, whoever's gonna watch this. Nah. I'm gonna just say diet for me is about 80%, exercise is 20%. I'll even give it 75-25, but I'm not gonna give it no more than that, because I personally don't like exercising. And there's some people out there that can exercise, that love exercising. But what does all of that matter when you're not paying attention to what you're putting into your body? You don't care what you're putting into your body. You think, oh, I'm just gonna work it out in the next session. That's not how that works. So I'm here to tell you, unfortunately, the diet is, in my opinion, the reason for this video and how I reached the goal that I did. Diet. So my diet was inspired by Beyonce, the one and only Queen B. I mean, if you watched her documentary, her Coachella documentary, she says what she did in order to really bounce back, you know? And I really, like, that's what really inspired me. Like, I'm just like, wow, like, I feel like a lot of, just, you know, besides Beyonce just having twins and having kids, I feel like women that have children and can just, not even having children, but just women in general, like older women to me, that are just so inspiring. You know, I tell myself, like, it even comes to the point where my mom personally, she had all of us, all of my siblings, natural. No painkillers, nothing like that. Is one strong ass woman. So when I have a headache, I'm like, I'm not gonna take no ibuprofen or nothing because I can handle it. So yeah, whatever. I'm like already getting off topic. But Beyonce inspired my diet. She did this thing where she said, no sugar, no bread, no soda, no alcohol, no chips. There were even certain fruits that she wasn't really eating. I didn't go like too extreme, but yes, for me, sugar and bread was the number one thing. I mean, sugar is in nearly everything, in all of our foods, but sugar goes straight to my belly, and that's like one of the biggest problems, you know. Like, they say, I mean, I read an article that said that women should only have about 30 to 34 grams of sugar a day. So now just imagine what's in one soda can. That's just one soda can. And just think about all the sugar that's accumulating in your body. It's just not good for you. So I ended up converting to stevia. At first I started with Splenda, but just because I couldn't jump into stevia right away for some reason. But now I'm just doing stevia. I recommend stevia. I don't recommend Splenda because it's not good for you, or sweet and low, whatever. But again, you're gonna do what you want at the end of the day. I'm just saying what worked for me. I did stevia, drank lots and lots of water, nothing but water, and my 1 coffee a day, or iced coffee, because hot coffee I can only have in the winter. But yeah, so with my coffee I use stevia. No bread. Bread is a big one too, because that goes straight to the gut. So I mean, just think about that. Like, I was definitely very hard on myself, because I'm like, damn, like, I want to be able to wear this, I want to look like this. And I just, you know, over time it starts to become a lifestyle, because in the beginning it's hard. I had some slip-ups. I'm not perfect, and you're bound to have slip-ups too. I say that for myself because I don't have self-control. So if I'm gonna stick to a diet, I have to stick to it. I can't just like, oh, I'm gonna have a little bit of this like on this day, and that's gonna be it. It's not gonna be it, because I already know that if I'm inviting a little bit into my body, I'm not gonna be able to have self-control. I'm gonna want it. I'm gonna keep wanting it. So I limit myself. But if you have the self-control, kudos. I mean, of course, you know, once a week, like, eat what you want, you know, reward yourself. So yeah, that's a diet. Basically, everything that I ate was, I mean, I ate a lot of vegetables, a lot of fruits. I did eat chicken. I wasn't a big steak fan. I am now, but I wasn't a big steak fan back then. So I was just eating maybe fish, a lot of fish, once, twice a week, and then chicken, the same thing, once or twice a week. And then I did this thing after that. That was like for the first month. Coming towards the second month, I cut all meat. So I was basically on a vegetarian diet, not a vegan diet, because everything that's vegan isn't good for you. So I was on a vegetarian diet. I was eating lots and lots of vegetables. I mean, certain type of pastas. And yeah, I mean, that second month going towards the third month, I had significantly seen like a lot of results. But again, that's diet. You have to have a strict diet. And then my exercise, just 3 times a week. I was jump roping 500 times those 3 days. and I did 5 sets of 100, and that was pretty much it. After jump roping, I did a lot of walking. So I'm just the type of person that likes to walk. I mean, you can run as well, but I enjoy walking. I enjoy taking my time, people watching, and just, it's really good for the mind too, to just do that for yourself. Go out. I used to go and walk around and get a coffee, or just go to the park. I was fortunate enough at the time to have 2 parks that were near me. So yeah, I always made it a habit of doing that. The one thing that I will say that I wish I would have implemented more during this weight loss journey was actual weightlifting, because obviously when you take meat out of your life and you're on a very strict vegetarian diet, all you're going to do is slim down. But it's a good thing, because if you're trying to slim down and then eventually start building muscle, you're on the right track. So yeah, I mean, 3 times a week was jump roping, like 500 times those 3 days, getting some walk, like some more cardio in. And then if you want to implement, like, on one of those days to just do some light weightlifting or strength training, you should. I wish I would have done it, like I said. But then a part of this diet and exercise, protein shake. I will put in the description box below the protein shake that I used. It worked very well with me. I would say do your research, but that's just one of the protein shakes that I recommend. It's called Dimetize, but they have different ones. So I'm gonna put down below which one exactly I use, because it really helped. After I only really drank them after my workouts, but I did start implementing them every single day as a breakfast type of thing. But yeah, and then also pre-workout. I really recommend it, because like I said, especially for people that don't like working out like myself, that really helps you. It gets you going. So I actually got into the pre-workout recently, and I love it. Now, if you're someone also that suffers from anemia, that's also very, very helpful, because you have very low energies and it's kind of hard for you to like break out of that, and pre-workout really, really helps boost that energy up. So now on to the third one. It's gonna go back to weight. So don't pay attention to the scale, stay consistent. You know, if we start focusing on the wrong things, you're going to lose track. You're gonna lose, you are bound to lose that consistency. You're going to lose the consistency. You're going to lose your motivation. You're not gonna be inspired, and then you're back at square one. So don't pay attention to the scale. I had a friend that joined me during this weight loss journey, and that was a big thing for her. She had to break out of that habit of paying attention to the scale, paying attention to the weight she was, and start focusing on your lifestyle. Start focusing on your happiness, on how you feel every single day. It was very hard for her, because she was, I would say, pessimistic about it. I mean, she had never really lived that type of lifestyle before, and wasn't ever really consistent or stuck to a diet. But she ended up losing almost, if not more, the same amount. And, you know, I mean, just based off how she felt, I mean, you could tell she was so much more happy. She had confidence. It was a confidence that I had never seen since, like, I actually first met her. So, again, don't pay attention to the things that don't need attention, because then your thoughts just start spiraling and you start losing your focus. So most importantly, just stay focused. And this is going to tie into number 4, your mental health. So like I said, if you're not really used to something like this, it's a sacrifice. It really is. But you have to be tired of being tired, and that's how I was. So again, it goes back to number 1, why are you doing this? What are your intentions? And mine was, I'm tired of being tired. I want to feel physically, I want to feel good, and I want to be happy. And one thing I learned is a healthy body is a positive mindset. Those two are positively correlated. So the it's going to be hard in the beginning, but the more that you stick to it, the happier you realize you will become, you will be. And reward yourself. You know, it's like I said, it's something that's very hard. It's hard to stay consistent, especially something that you're not used to. And surround yourself with people that support you. You know, that's why it's important to have these serious conversations. A lot of people that support you will have their own opinions, and even when you mention, like, you don't even have to mention it. That's why it's better sometimes to just keep things to yourself. You know, grow in private, because sometimes when you mention these type of things, people are like, oh, like, yeah, you're gonna break, you're gonna lose out of it, like you're just a hater. And I don't need that negative energy. I need, like, that's just what it is. I need you to keep your comments to yourself if it's nothing positive. Point blank, period. And that's why it's best to just keep things to yourself and focus on yourself and work on yourself. Because I will say, you really have to want this. But yeah, I mean, besides that, I feel like I really covered everything. Yeah, and again, I mean, I really hope that this video reaches a group of people that really need it, really need that boost. I'm here to tell you that your time is now and you need to do it. I mean, it's August 9th or 10th? August 10th, 2021. We just went through that new moon, that Leo new moon, okay? Changes are coming, baby. So just take this into consideration. You got to sit with yourself. You know, I personally have a journal for everything. I have a journal for everything. This journal right here is for all my planning, all my manifestations, all of my goals. I just love seeing things on paper. Yeah, I can get my phone, I can put in notes, but it's just different when you sit with yourself and you have an open and honest conversation with yourself and write everything down. I have another journal for just my finances. I have another journal for when I get these ideas, when I want to get creative about things. And yeah, you definitely should have that outlet. But everyone's different. I'm just, you know, kind of going off tangent now, but yeah, like I said, I really hope that this video reaches someone that really needs to hear this, that really needs that push, because you can do this. I've been like the number one person. You can ask anybody in my life. I've been the number one person to be inconsistent, or I lose that consistency. And being able to really just be tired of the same old stuff, the same cycle, not feeling happy, feeling sorry for myself. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to realize that we are the only ones that are standing in front of our own path, our own way. So yeah, just keep that in mind. I mean, I just want to be able to just share my experience, and again, hopefully it reaches someone who really needs to hear this, because it's important. It really is, and it's really hard. It's really hard to start something like this. And if you did start something like this and you're kind of losing that hope, don't. Keep going and remind yourself why you started it, why you started this journey. It's not for anybody else. It's just for you. But I hope that whoever sees this, I really hope that you enjoyed this video, that you gain some tips. If you have any questions, I mean, send me a message. Yeah, thank you.